All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be in the 147-pound division, where there has been updates this week on the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford rematch. However, certain experts that I have quoted before, or at least shared their opinion have spoken to me about what they think should take place. And I'm going to tell you why I always listen to this particular person, even though I don't share the name with you. Because look, man, the dude was dead right on multiple occasions. And I'm going to share that with you again on this. And by the way, before I get into it, he's also the guy, you guys may not remember the video that I did where I talked about how Terrence Crawford could win the fight. This particular person laid it out at least 4 months before the fight took place, and it is exactly how the fight took place. So just go ahead and take that, and we will talk about it in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147-pound division, where there has been rumored updates, because that's all we're in right about now in the sport of boxing, at least as it applies to a lot of the different fights that a lot of fight fans want to talk about. This particular one is the rematch between Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford gave an interview last week and said that the fight, for a reason I will not go into a lot of detail on, but yet I do not agree with, based off what he said, that the fight must take place at 147. Well, a person that I speak to that I consider to be one of the most knowledgeable people that I know about the sport of boxing is saying that Errol Spence Jr. should absolutely positively keep his word when he says he's leaving the 147-pound division and fighting at 154 pounds. And he should do just that against Terrence Crawford if Terrence Crawford does not want to fight at 154. Now, before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. It really does mean a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But let's get into this, okay? First of all, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you. Then I'm going to tell you, then I'm going to tell you what I told you. It's a way that I was taught in school to write papers and to make the most coherent arguments for people. So right up front, I'm going to tell you, this is the advice. The advice is that Errol Spence Jr. should keep his word. And like he said, where he said that this is his last fight at 147 pounds, before he fought Terrence Crawford, he should keep that promise to himself and insist that that fight is at 154 or not fight Terrence Crawford, because that weight drain is something that is very, very significant. The 7 pounds for somebody his size makes a big deal. And even though the person that I'm talking to literally said that the last time said how he saw Terrence Crawford winning the fight, which was in an unconventional way. He said he saw him walking him down and knocking him out. Said that he would take the fight to Errol Spence Jr. When Errol Spence Jr. goes to the body, he would shield up, then he would tie him up, push him off, and then walk forward, walk Errol Spence Jr. down, and that's how he saw Terrence Crawford winning the fight. He said that he thought it would surprise, that Terrence Crawford likes to surprise opponents and set traps, and that specific way is the way that he saw it taking place, similar to the way that Tyson Fury did it to Deontay Wilder. Right? Nobody expected it, including Deontay Wilder. So when he did it, came as a big surprise, was not prepared for it. And that's pretty much how the fight played out. In this instance, he's saying Errol Spence Jr. needs to do a couple things. He needs to hit Terrence Crawford with something that Terrence Crawford doesn't expect. One would be walk away from the fight if it's not at 154 pounds, or just miss the weight. And you don't get the belts. You go in there and you fight at a weight that you're healthy at, because Terrence Crawford is way too serious a fighter and dangerous a fighter to give him any leeway whatsoever. And then the other thing that he said was he also needs to make Terrence Crawford bring the fight to him. He said he needs to fight Terrence Crawford on the back foot. He needs to decrease his output and try to beat Terrence Crawford on points with jabs, being very defensively responsible. And that basically Errol Spence Jr. needs to do something like stink the gym up. Just something that Terrence Crawford would not expect out of him. And as Terrence Crawford starts to set traps for him, Errol Spence Jr. can jab, show straight rights, lefts, be very, very defensively oriented, and fight in a style that is a little bit more active than what Jose Benavidez did, making Terrence Crawford come to him, making Terrence Crawford very cautious to throw his hands because he really isn't going to be able to see the patterns from Errol. Just said that, you know, you pretty much got to fight people the way that you've seen people give them problems before. And with Terrence Crawford is somebody, if he knows what he's going to do, if you know what he's going to do, he's going to be able to solve the puzzle. However, the part that I found was the most interesting was that he says, look, man, what Errol should do is Errol should fight somebody like Virgil Ortiz. Get out. Do not fight. If Terrence Crawford's not willing to fight at 154, which is going to give you a legitimate and you can get a game plan that is going to surprise him, something that he's not prepared for, right? Whether that is counsel with Derek James to get there or somebody else, unless you're able to give him something he does not expect and a weight class and where you're physically your absolute best you can be, his smarter move would be to go for the money. And the money for him would be a fight with guys like at 154, somebody like a Virgil Ortiz, who was also, you know, was from Dallas, who has a good following in Dallas and could be a showcase fight for Errol Spence Jr. that people would be interested in, that would allow Errol Spence to get his momentum going again. And then after that, wait for somebody like a Jaron Ennis to move up to 154 pounds in a fight that would be a big fight. Other than that, take fights. If he's looking for the Terrence Crawford fight, he needs to take the same approach that guys have done in the past where they've lost, but they've taken their time and put themselves in position to prepare themselves over the course of a few fights to get in there with Terrence Crawford or to get in there with whoever it is that beat him. Good example of that is Lennox Lewis. When Lennox Lewis lost to Oliver McCall, did not immediately rematch him, took a little bit of time, right? Also, Tyson Fury, who got a draw with Errol Spence, got a draw with Deontay Wilder, did not immediately go right back in the ring with Deontay Wilder, sat it out, took 2 easy fights, got into the position where he had a better game plan. He actually got a new promoter, changed up a lot of things heading into that fight. So that is what this man is saying. Look, this is what I think could probably be the best route for Errol Spence Jr. moving forward. The last thing he should do is give Terrence Crawford what he wants in any way, shape, or form. If Terrence Crawford wants to fight at 147, no. If you want to go off and fight somebody else, then go off and fight somebody else if you don't think the fight will sell. And just allow that stuff to play itself out, because as it plays itself out, you never know what's going to happen. Terrence Crawford may not get that Jermell Charlo fight, may not get the Canelo Alvarez fight, may not be so willing to retire as he says he is, because there's a lot, because that could be him believing that. But man, you just never know with these guys because they continue to fight past when they said that they originally would. But anyway, just wanted to give that to you for your 2 cents. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.